Joe is literally the most defensive person I've ever met. He's like, he's on the far right. I'm not on the far right. I'm definitely on the far right. We fucking hate Trump. I don't hate Trump. I want to go to America. I fucking don't hate Trump. Fucking Aldi's cheaper than Asda, you know. It's fucking cheaper than Asda. Hello and welcome to the Funnyfarm Pod. It's me, Chris. We've got Charlie in the middle, if he stays that way, and on the far right, as always, it's Joe.
On the far right, as always.
I'm the far left, you're the far right, and Charlie's the voice of reason in the middle. He's like Andy Burnham.
Hey, they fucked him over, didn't they?
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah, they did. Well, he'd have been a legitimate challenge to the throne, wouldn't he, Andy Burnham? I mean, he's obviously got some credential.
He's an Evertonian.
Yeah. Would you be happy with that then, Chaz?
Andy Burnham, yeah. You know what? He's a good guy. He did a hell of a lot for Hillsborough. You know, he's a good politician in my eyes. He's the mayor of Manchester at the moment, and the Labour Party using that as an excuse that they didn't want to have another mayoral election in Manchester. When in reality, as everybody knows, Keir Starmer's shitting his pants, because if he gets back into Westminster, he's fucked, isn't he? Andy Burnham will wipe the floor with him.
Yeah.
Well, so don't you think that Keir Starmer's doing a good job at the minute?
Do you think?
I said, don't you think that he's doing a good job at the minute?
Don't I think? Well, it's not up to me, is it? It's the country. Let's just say politics in general is a ball bag, isn't it? At the moment, it's not what it used to be. It's
not at all.
So many lies. There's so much spin put on stuff. What party can you trust? One party's as bad as the other. You know, there's a lot of shit going on at the moment, and in the world, the whole world's turned to fucking custard, hasn't it? You know, it's like
they're all going Joe's way, aren't they? Far right. You know what I mean?
I'm not on the far right. Just put it out.
I hear the rumour you're getting a spider's web tattooed on you.
Joe is literally the most defensive person I've ever met. He's like, he's on the far right. I'm not on the far right. I'm definitely on the far right. We fucking hate Trump. I don't hate Trump. I want to go to America. I fucking don't hate Trump. Fucking Aldi's cheaper than Asda, you know. It's fucking cheaper than Asda.
You know
what was that thing you shared earlier on Facebook?
Which one was that?
It's down to your private schooling.
Yeah.
It was Easter eggs, wasn't it? Did you go? Where was that at?
You know what? Last night I went into Tesco's Express by ours last night, and they had Easter eggs up for £5.20. Oh, fuck.
Mate, they're even dearer than that. I can tell you now. I've been to Tesco last night.
What have I started? What have I fucking started?
It's got to do with Andy Burnham, Trump, and Keir Starmer. But anyway, go on. You went into Tesco.
You've gone for like 25 quid, like a big Yorkie one. I swear that used to be about £5, not even like 3 years ago.
Just let's point out, not for girls. Not for girls, that.
Can't say that.
Yeah, Yorkies.
That slogan's gone. It's dead.
It's a load of bollocks, isn't it, really?
I watched that Ricky Gervais thing last night.
You know, later on, we've got like a hell of a message off Kev on inflation.
You've got to sort your fucking microphone out. Soon as before could hear you perfectly well. Now you're like talking into a tin can.
Have you got an external mic, Charlie?
What?
Thing is, though, Joe, I mean, I've got this thing which doesn't look great when you're on the pod, but it works, doesn't it? It's pretty clear.
Yeah.
Joe's on his phone and it's crystal clear. It's like I can hear you so well. Charlie's bought himself a fucking super duper like podcasting microphone. It don't fucking work.
I haven't plugged it in. Let me plug it in.
All right.
How's that?
It's a different show, is it, Charlie?
Pardon?
Is it just for show, this microphone? That you never show to anybody, but you just have it there?
I just take pictures of myself. Like
Do you
that.
know
I've just
what?
plugged it in.
Do you know what, mate? I'm going to be perfectly honest, and I don't know whether this is going to come across on the recording, but you literally just held that mic right to your mouth, and it made absolutely no difference whatsoever.
No. He's not switched it over
I
yet,
don't,
has he?
I don't know what it is. It must just be where I live then, because I'm on a different computer today.
Fuck Chester, we don't want to hear you.
I'm on a different computer today. I never bothered plugging in my mic, and I've just plugged it in. It doesn't make any difference. So I don't know what I can do. There's nothing.
Right there, what
Charlie,
you're doing.
Quatty looking headsets and mics. It's not going to make it.
You need to switch the input to your mic. So you need to put the mic as an input.
Okay, let me do that now.
Because
Ladies
at the minute,
and gentlemen, we're doing live IT help desk. Charlie, turn it off and back on again.
Just whack it a bit on the desk and it might work.
The mic on me knob. Right, it's not even letting me change anything with the mic. Sorry.
Have you downloaded the drivers?
Can I just say something, guys? I'm putting forward Pig of the Week, Charlie's fucking sound.
Okay.
Charlie himself.
Charlie himself. No, I love Charlie. I love Charlie.
That's
Charlie's going to eat out for free for getting us in that car park at Chester, isn't he, mate? You know what I mean? And getting that woman out of the way.
Maybe you have to do it before to come onto the pod.
Yeah, we'll have a break when we have our break.
Oh,
not just yet. Not just yet. We're only 6 minutes and 26 seconds in. But yeah, about the half an hour point, we'll have a break, and then Charlie can see if he can sort his sound out. It's like when you sat forward like that, it's not too bad.
Okay, I'll sit forward.
It's only because we want to hear you, mate. You know, if we didn't want to hear you, we wouldn't mention it. But it's like we sort of, these features are coming up, aren't they? We've got Trump, we've got you know, the shopping channel, the fucking washing machine channel, and now we've got Charlie's voice. You know what I mean?
We don't care about your back. We just want to hear you.
Yeah. He's got an ergonomic chair, which means we can't fucking hear a word he's saying. I mean, the thing is, like, it's a mental health pod, isn't it? And every week you're doing mine and Joe's fucking mental health no good because we can't hear what you're fucking saying, man.
I mean, have you set it up?
I think it's your hearing. Honestly, I do. I think it's something to do with your ears.
Yeah, both of us are equally deaf at exactly the same times, and then we can hear perfectly well.
It's got something to do with the inbred country you're living in. Parts of the country.
Fucking, he's in Chester, for fuck's sake. There's no more inbred than Chester, man.
I'll tell you now, Charlie. All you need to do is download. Look what mic it is. Download the drivers and then switch the input. It's that easy.
It's plug and play.
It's not, because you're running it on a Windows 95 PC.
I'm not on a Windows 95 PC. I'm on an Apple Mac. Fuck you, Swain.
He probably bought it from a market in Liverpool, though. It's an Apple SPAC. And we're not cutting that. We're not fucking cutting that. I said it. All right.
It's a logo on the back in orange.
Oh, mate, I don't know whether you're going to find this funny or not, but you know that big nasty guy? He's a celebrity, yeah. I was watching The Wheel the other day, you know, the one with Michael McIntyre. I quite enjoy my quiz shows. And it's going round, and it's like, the thing is, so you know where they do the Money Builder one, where it goes round the whole thing. They give them a topic, they have to say something. It was green fruit, basically. So it's going round, and Big Nasty had been terrible the whole fucking game show through. He wasn't doing very well. So the guy started him off so that Big Nasty was like third. So he'd got a chance to think of something, yeah, but he wasn't right at the end, so everything had gone. So someone come on and went like cucumber, and then kale, and then someone went apple, and it went to Big Nasty, and he went orange. It tickled me, that did. It really did.
I'm gonna say I watched that Ricky Gervais last night. That was it, Mortality.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's decent.
Yeah.
I just wish that he did a bit longer because it really did shoot by that. It was so quick.
I think his earlier ones were longer. You know, if you like look back at Animals and Fame, I think
they were.
I think they were a little bit longer. Whether it's because he's like super famous now and he doesn't really have to do as much, but yeah, I don't think Mortality's his best, but it was good. Have you seen Armageddon? That was a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the bit he was on about when he was saying about punching down and stuff like that. And he says, and they always say, oh, he always punches down, he punches down. He goes, no, I don't, I punch up. He says, have you seen who I go for? I go for people like Stephen Hawking.
Yeah.
And he says, and everybody laughs, and then he goes, no, he's got a big brain, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Ricky Gervais, have you not seen it?
Oh, right, okay.
Fucking hell, he can't hear us either. We can't hear him, he can't hear us. I like the bit where he goes, I can't remember which special it is, but he's going on about punch, because it's a massive thing in comedy, punching up, punching down. Can you say it, can you not say it? I mean, I'm a little bit, I don't go out to like offend anybody particularly, but I do think you should be able to pretty much joke about anything as long as the jokes are good, really. I mean, don't get me wrong, don't be like racist and shit like that, but you know, it's one of them. But he goes on about punching down, and he's like, they always go on about you don't have to punch down. You don't have to punch down. And he goes, you do if you're fighting a dwarf.
Well, it was all about that shooter, wasn't he? He says, you know, like people like because of hate crimes. So it's like if what did he say? Something like, you know, if you shoot somebody and they go, oh yeah, but you know, like what was it for? No reason, just felt like shooting them.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh yeah, okay, that's 10 years.
Yeah.
And then he goes, but then if you get somebody who goes like, I really hate dwarfs. I hate them. Right? And then he says, and then they shoot the dwarf and they go to court and they go, right, so why did you shoot the dwarf? Because I hate them. And he's like, the judge is like, right, that's it then, that's 20 years. And Ricky goes, surely you should have got less because it was a harder shot.
Yeah. I mean, Ricky Gervais and Jimmy Carr are my two favourites at the moment. I think they're both brilliant.
Isn't it?
I think so as well.
That Rosie, that comedian, that Rosie, what's her face?
Rosie Jones.
Yeah, there's a bit of a battle between all them at the moment, isn't there?
We need to be careful what we say right now, I think, because I do anyway.
All right, welcome to my world with Trump then, Chris. Yeah. Right, here we go. Let's get Chris to start.
Get me cancelled. Yeah.
Let's, Chris, what's your thoughts on Rosie Jones?
I don't look. I'm not going to comment on whether or not, like, because a lot of people have come out going she's not funny and this, that, and the other. But clearly she is funny because she sells tickets and she's been given a really solid platform to come from, and she sells tickets. So she's obviously funny, and this, that, and the other. But I just don't think, when you come out, you don't come out and start saying that Ricky Gervais and Jimmy Carr aren't funny, and the stuff they say isn't funny, when they are the two biggest, arguably globally, the two biggest comedians, or two of the biggest global comedians, selling out arenas. And all that kind of stuff. I don't think you can kind of then come in and go, they're not funny. And there is an argument like that. People will say that Ricky Gervais and Jimmy Carr and others, you know, they've got so much money and such a platform that they can pretty much say whatever they want. I don't like. I watch Jimmy Carr and I watch Gervais, and they are edgy and whatever, but they're not. I don't really think that they're that offensive. I mean, I've seen the stuff that Ricky Gervais does on Bruce Jenner, Caitlyn Jenner, you know, that whole situation. And I don't think it's particularly that bad. I mean, I'm not a trans person or anything like that. So, but and it's them that, you know, those people that are going to be offended. But I don't particularly think it is. And that's one of the things she came out with, wasn't it? That that basically comedians like me or you, Joe, white males can't make jokes about trans people and can't make jokes about this, that, and the other, and whatever. I don't know. It's tough. It's really hard to talk openly about it when you think to yourself, all I have to do is say one thing wrong, and then, the comedy scene will not book me because I've said something. And the fact of the matter is, I don't think any of these people that are getting the bullet, so to speak, are actually going out there to offend anyone particularly. They're just exercising their right to make fun of stuff, and that's all comedians do. And generally, you know, as a comedian, you come from that point of it's the stuff that frustrates you or upsets you or annoys you and stuff like that kind of gives you the funnies anyway. So, and
I think
odd.
the thing is that comedy's subjective, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, like some people won't find, like, I love Rod Gilbert. A lot of people I know can't stand him. And it's not to say that he's not funny. He is to me. It's relatable to the character that you are, because I love to moan, I love to rant, I love to go off about stuff. Rod Gilbert does the same thing, and I think the thing is that, like, well, when I was at the end of that special last night with Ricky, he was saying, like, he said, we've had a really, sorry, he said, we've had a really tough time, comedians, lately, of 10 years. He says, because we've been like, what can we say, what can't we say, and stuff like that. And he says, but to be honest with you, it's starting to turn. We've won this. And
He does say that, doesn't he, in the special? Yeah.
Yeah, he meant that. Because it is starting to turn. I mean, if you look now, like, you looked, when me and you first did, well, when I did that Spitfire with you, it's got to be about just over
It's
a
about
year
a year
hasn't
ago.
it,
Yeah.
now?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was when Trump had been re-elected to America. So there was, and he took all this. I can say this, and I'm going to say it. He took all this that you identify as, non-binary and all that, and he says no. In America, he says it's male and female,
Yeah.
and that is what it is. And that is, I mean, don't get me wrong. I disagree. I think that you can identify as whatever you want to. I think that you should have that right to do that. But because in America that movement happened there, then that gave comedians more of a platform to go along that route rather than just shut it down and never talk about it. So it is starting to turn slightly on the comedy scene, definitely.
I think
But
so.
as for Britain, it's still very, free at the moment, aren't we?
Yeah.
Those three comedians. I mean, I've never liked Rosie. I'll be honest with you, and I've never liked Ricky Gervais. I think he's not my cup of tea. The Office wasn't my comedy. I didn't really like it. I love Alan Carr. I think he's great. But
Alan or Jimmy?
Sorry, Jimmy Carr, but Alan Carr is as well.
I like Alan Carr as well. Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm more of like a Billy Connolly fan. You know what I mean? I just think Billy Connolly's.
I love Billy Connolly.
Just absolutely fucking amazing.
There's so many great comedians.
Yeah, there is, but I think the problem with that Rosie and why she's put herself in a bad light is because she's actually in that comedy industry, isn't she? And she's come out and said that where, it's just like Joe coming out, he's into music and all that, and saying that Eddie Van Halen's shite. Or you know what I mean? But it is,
I tell you who is shy. Taylor Swift, mate. Fucking rubbish. 8th best guitarist. Fuck off.
I tell you what, though, I had this argument the other day, Charlie, actually, with somebody, because they went, they says, what do you reckon to Nirvana? And I says, and I'll never, ever, ever say anybody's bad, really, unless they genuinely are terrible and they have not got a musical note in their head at all. But there was, but this guy said to No, but they were all right. They were funny. But then you've got
Didn't they
you've
shag
got this
Sepp
guy.
Blatter or something? Was it?
Yeah,
I don't
they did.
know.
A pair of
I
them.
don't know. That we'll have a look in a bit.
I probably just got myself cancelled for something else too. I'm sure there was
No,
something
but what I
about
was gonna
Sepp
say,
Blatter and the Cheeky Girls. Anyway, yeah.
there was there's a guy that I know called Jamie, and he absolutely hates Thin Lizzy.
Right.
But you can't like say they were bad because musically they were unbelievable.
Yeah.
But he don't see that just because he don't like them. The terrible, the awful, and I'm like, but again, it's like with the comedy thing. It's subjective to who you are. Like I'm not into H. I can't stand his music at all. The rapper, but a lot of people do. But that's just because I don't enjoy that type of music.
And people's taste change. I mean, I used to hate fucking Take That, Duran and all that when I was younger. They were sort of like not the type of music that
Don't come out as a Take That fan, for fuck's sake, Charlie.
I loved them now. Oh, come with me, we can ride on a star. Come on, Chris.
You're not allowed to sing their songs, mate. If this fucker ever gets monetized, that's fucking Gary Barlow taking a fucking cut. Now you cunt. What you doing?
Hey, he's a Liverpool fan. He wouldn't do it to me, and he's from Frodsham, only up the road from me.
No, I tell you why Charlie likes Take That.
I'll kiss your head if you were here, mate. But anyway, he's a twat.
Why does he like Take That, Joe?
Because what do you call it? He listens to that Rule the World and he thinks, yeah, I can do that. We got this pod, I can do that.
Anyway, if he starts listening to this pod, Gary is going among the rights to the
I'd love it.
The Funnyfarm Showdown jingle.
Gary Barlow, get on.
He will. He'll be on the phone.
To be fair, he does talk like that, doesn't he? Funnyfarm Showdown. No, I can't stand Take That, but it's complete choice, isn't it? It's a complete thing. I think just knocking it back to like comedy just for a second. Like there's been like Rosie Jones has been given like a platform to do her thing, and quite rightly so. There's been a massive push in comedy to increase increase exposure for women, for black ethnic minority groups, and that's great that that's happened, and obviously the disability disabled community and stuff like that, and like the LGBT and all that is great. So they've been given like a platform to go out there and succeed in comedy, which is absolutely fantastic. And it's great to see. And there's some absolutely phenomenal comedians out there that wouldn't have had that platform 10 years ago or 15 years ago or whatever. So it's magic to see that happening. I just don't think you can. There's almost, I don't know, there's almost like this thing where it's like that I've got completely no problem. I book gigs and I always, for example, I always try and make sure we have an equal split on male to female acts on there. So I always try and do that. And there's some fucking phenomenal female comedians out there. I mean, one local one that's doing really well at the moment, Kate Robb. There's Debbie Holt, who's from up in Sheffield. There's loads of them. Dawn Bailey, tons of them. Like loads. Kimmy K, obviously, yeah, she's a newer act than the others that I've mentioned, but yeah, she's doing great. And there's so many good acts out there from the disabled community. You've got Benny Shakes and Ricky Balshaw, fantastic comedians. And it's great that's there, and it's almost like promoters now have got this kind of. It's like an expectation that they have to ask for those types of acts. So, I mean, I'm a recruiter, and you couldn't go, I need a man for this job, and it's kind of like that in comedy now. That never happens, but like 90% of the people who would apply for a gig, if you just put a gig out, would be male anyway. So we're not underrepresented. We're able to kind of get out there and do our thing anyway. So what the comedy circuit now do is they kind of put the LGBTG or female identifying. It's a lot out there now. So promoters will put adverts out specifically for that. So it's becoming more and more prevalent that these people are having that platform, and they're on TV a lot more, and it's absolutely fantastic. But what you can't go and do, in my opinion, is take two of the biggest global acts and go, you can't say this and you can't say that and you can't say the other. And I am going to say it because the people that are in these groups, the equality and diversity groups, the 9 strands, go and Google it, whatever. These people can generally say whatever they want, so don't get, I mean, if Ricky Gervais can say what he wants, and if he says something that's over the line, he'll get massive backlash for it, and that's what this is. But I just think that where Rosie has tried to give that backlash to Ricky Gervais and Jimmy Carr, she's kind of made herself look a bit silly in the process of it. That's just my opinion.
I think she has. I think she totally has. But you can't go along suppressing people, and it's ridiculous. With this whole what we've been experiencing on a global scale with this wokeness and stuff over the last few years. It's been crazy.
It's unbelievable, Charlie.
Honestly, if some of the kids these days watch some of the sitcoms that I watched when I was growing up, they'd all be traumatized because of what's going on.
There was another one the other day, because we mentioned Fools and Horses, didn't we?
Horses,
yeah. That what was it the other day? It'll come back to me. There was something on Facebook that
You know what? Every year, every summer, or I always take the kids to Llandudno to watch the Punch and Judy show, and it's a proper Punch and Judy show. Mr. Punch batters Judy. He batters the baby. He throw the baby down the stairs. He batters the copper. And like, if we got a bigger platform than what it did from the kids watching it in Llandudno, they'd probably try and ban it. Honestly,
but it's banned, isn't it? It's banned in a few places. That
is it.
I remember that getting banned a few years ago. Now, a fair few years ago.
Yeah, and it's just like there's all these kids walking around Llandudno of an afternoon all traumatized because the baby's being beaten up. But it's silly, isn't it? They're banning these things, or they're trying to ban these things, yet they're letting kids play all these video games.
Red Dead Redemption and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
This is what I'm going to say about that. I know where you're going with it. You're on about Grand Theft Auto and stuff like that. And the thing is that they do have like a PGI rating or on it. So it'd say like, this isn't for this age, just like films, just like that. So you've got all the UPG 12A, 15 and 18 ratings. But the thing is that, like, they say, but the thing is now is that video games are too true to life, aren't they? And if you look at this GTA 6 that's coming out, is it this year? Well, it was meant to be last year, but I think they put it back that much. I've heard some horrific things you can do in that game. Like, absolute horrific stuff that I'm not going to say on here because this is a YouTube episode. If it was on Patreon, I'd tell you, but not on this one. But there are some absolute terrible things. But then again, it's like, does that insight, does that spark this, question of whether that game actually makes you go out there and become the character of the game? Does that really happen? Because if that was to happen, then how come on FIFA I've won the Premier League with Ilkeston Town?
Exactly. I'm quite good at FIFA, yeah, and I'm crap in real life. But
you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, you know what? Going back to the big businesses as well, producing these these games and putting like a PG on it or an age restriction on it, they know quite well where they're targeting. They know their target market. They're not at 18 pluses or anything like that. They know they're going to get a vast majority of their users, of their game players who are under 18 playing that game. They do, and you can't police that at all. You can't police that at all. But
well, you can,
isn't it? It's what's down to the parents.
You can, because of look at what's happened with the porn industry, and they've made you show ID now.
What's happened? What are you telling us here, Joe?
No, can you not remember last year? I don't know the date. I think it was August
24. What's going on in the porn industry?
Do you not remember last year? So what's... No, what you have to do, you have to put your driving license or a passport or something now to go on like 18 plus website. Which, to be honest with you, I do agree with that. Yeah, honestly. Type one in now and have a look. I guarantee it will say age verification required, and you can't just click the little thing.
Charlie, yours will be fine. You've already done it.
That's going to say, you type it into yours, Joe, see if you can get in straight away.
I can't get on it because obviously I don't look at porn because I've got a Helen.
Massive hole before, Joe, apart from some porn channel I was watching.
Charlie, do you remember? Well, I don't think Joe will remember this, but like back in the day, there was a game called Leisure Suit Larry on the computer. Leisure Suit Larry, right? It was years and years ago, and basically it was this guy who just went around fucking everything. He gets crabs on it and everything. He catches crabs on it and everything, mate. Honest to God, it's called Leisure Suit Larry. Somebody out there's going to know. Kev will know. Yeah, so just have a Google of it in your own time. Leisure Suit Larry. I'm not bullshitting. And I remember.
Suit Larry.
I never owned the game, but I remember playing it at my mate's house. Yeah. I'm sure it was on like the Commodore, the Amiga, or something like that. That's probably one you don't know as well, isn't it, Joe? The Amiga. Can you remember the Amiga?
No, I did. What did I have? I had a. My dad's popped round anyway, so I'll ask him in a minute. I'm sure it was. Was it? Right, it took floppy disks. So remember that it had like a joystick, and it took floppy disks.
Is that
what was that one?
Could be a Commodore 64.
I think it was Commodore. Commodore.
The Amigas took like a disc. Was that still called a floppy disk though? It was like the hard little blue one, the blue ones.
Dad.
You're on pod, so don't swear.
What computer that I had when I was dead young that took floppy disks?
You're on the phone,
sorry.
You are.
What was that computer that we had when I was a kid that took floppy disks? Do you know?
Was it Amari?
Amari.
Atari.
Atari.
Yeah.
Does your dad know about these restrictions on porn?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been this whole censorship thing and wokeism though. I don't know. I probably shouldn't say it, but the worst thing about it is virtue signaling though. So you've got like all these people that the stuff offends, right? Or the people that it actually offends, right? Like somebody could go on and have a go at you or Charlie for having a bald head, right? And I'll come on and go, don't have a go at him for having a bald head. He's allowed to have a bald head if he wants a bald head. In fact, he was born with a bald head. There's nothing he can do about his bald head. He's okay to have a bald head. The world needs people with bald heads. And you two are just sat there like, I really don't give a fuck that he's had to go about my bald head. But these virtue signalling cunts that are out there, they just come on, somebody says something about somebody who's trans or something like that, and they just go and go and go and go, and none of the people that ever comment on these things, or a lot of the time, they're not even in that minority group. They're not even in that group. It's just other people like you or me jumping on a bandwagon and getting involved. Fuck off, man. You know what I mean? Let them, you know. Yeah, fine. If somebody's being bullied or whatever, or you know, directly, then yeah, fine. Step in, help them out. You know, report them, whatever you want to do. But don't like jump to people's defence if they've not asked you to, and they're not even bothered themselves. This virtue signalling thing really does my fucking head in. Properly does my head in.
It's all social media, though, isn't it? It's all social media.
Yeah.
If we never had social media, we wouldn't have wokeism, we wouldn't have all this bollocks, and we'd still have sitcoms that we had in the 70s and 80s.
I'm going to find out what.
I was saying to Sophie, actually, I said to her, I said, you grew up in this era of everybody was on a phone.
Yeah.
I says, when we grew up as kids, I says, we found videos like not long ago of us skateboarding down this road and stuff, and all of us on this road, we all just used to meet up every day and night. You know what I mean?
Next to your big and bouncy video.
You what, sorry, Charlie, you broke up then on me.
Oh, sorry, was that next to your big and bouncy video?
Yeah.
You've been at it since a young age, apparently.
It's just amazing how it's changed, because nowadays all you see is kids just like literally they gather together, but they all just stand there like that. Yeah. And I just think to myself, like, what's the point in that? I mean, to be fair with you, a load of people I know do it. You know, when I see them in the bar, and they'll come in a large group, and they sit there, and they all go, "You're right, yeah, good, yeah." And it's like, what's the point? Why have you all come out to sit on them? You could have done that at home. You know,
it's the new world, isn't it? It's literally the new world. The mobile phones, the social media. I mean, so I find it quite. There's one thing I do find quite refreshing, because that like these kids are being born into this woke world where everybody has to kind of toe the line on what they say and do. I mean, there's certain people like us to a certain degree who kind of buck that trend, and we do talk about contentious issues, me specifically, I guess, but like my kids, Sophie's really woke, so she's incredibly fucking over the top. I will defend anybody who is perceived as a minority. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know, and it's fair enough. That's her view. She's allowed to have that view. Lottie, on the other hand, she's a little bit more like probably towards she's got more influence from the right wing side of things, and she's not right wing. Don't get me wrong, but she's not woke. She's not conforming to that. Yeah, I would say so. And Brett, her boyfriend, as well, and a couple of Lottie's friends. So they're a little bit older than Sophie, so a couple of years in the 2021 kind of bracket. And they're more like, a couple of them have said, "Oh, I'm going to vote Reform." Do you know what I mean? So there's definitely like, so I think we need, that's the thing we need to not forget about this stuff. You've got all the woke crap that's coming out, and you know, you can't say this and you can't say that, but then you've also got the other side of it who are fighting absolutely against that. So you are still kind of getting a balance of the two, aren't you? So if you can land somewhere in the middle, I think it's probably a bonus.
Yeah. I think the thing is as well is that, like, because me and Sophia spoke about stuff that goes off, a big thing was, can you remember them when everybody put the England flags outside?
Sophie hated it.
Yeah, I hated it as well. I was with her with that, because I thought, I get it. I mean, because people are like, what's the problem? Because you go to any other country and they've got flags everywhere, you know what I mean? Yes, but they're doing that through pride of the country, not as a movement, not as something that, you know, it was the wrong way to go around it. And I agree with Sophie with that. It shouldn't have gone like that.
The people who were saying this, people who were saying there's flags, you know, they do it in other countries. These are the people who go to those countries and fucking moan because they can't get an English breakfast. You know, and it's fucking crazy.
I'm going to be dead honest with you. I don't give a fuck if you put a flag up. I don't care.
No.
It doesn't fucking bother me. I don't think you should get offended by it, and I don't think you should go out and do it for national fucking pride.
Yeah.
This is the funny thing, right? Because when England play in the World Cup or whatever, I'm the guy who says, look at that chav cunt who's got a fucking England flag hanging out the fucking bedroom window, or like they'll have them on the sides of the car, and they put them on the wing mirrors or whatever, and I'm like, you chav bastard, right? And it's like, what the fuck are we doing? Like putting a fucking flag out of our bedroom window? But that so people can go and say, well, that's national pride. That's we're in the World Cup. We're England. We're England. We're gonna score one more than you and all that bollocks, right? And that's pride. But if people go out and put them there because it's a lot of the time it's around remembrance and it's around the forces. These guys who are proud about the English flag, they've been in the forces, they've probably fought in wars, and you know what? I don't care if they put flags up. But like my daughter, so Sophie tackled one of these people who came in the shop. She works in a shop, and they came in and said, "Can I put a flag up in your shop?" And Sophie was like, "Absolutely not. It's a racist symbol," and it's not a racist symbol. And that Sophie's got that view. She said, "No, you're not putting it up. It's the England flag is not a racist symbol," and I'll openly say that. So I kind of disagree with you a little bit on this.
No,
I think
I'm saying it's not.
I think knuckle draggers going and painting mini roundabouts. Fair
Yeah.
enough. I'll
No,
go
what I
with you
was
on
saying
that.
is it was just getting me on the joke. And, because I was saying this the other week to somebody, because they're all still up here. Are they around you, Charlie?
There's a few. We never had an awful lot, to be honest with you. We never had an
No.
awful lot.
But we had tons. Like, honestly, you couldn't even... There was one on near enough every lamppost. I would say, seriously. And if you go up towards Hena, that was ridiculous. Like, all of that. And it was just like a sea of flags. And don't get me wrong, it looked phenomenal. You know what I mean? Because you've never seen anything like it in this country. But the whole aspect of why they all did it all at once is what did me. Because I thought to myself, if we just have, like the town hall has, the England flag up and the UK flag up, there would be none of these flags going everywhere. It would never have happened. The problem that happened was, and this is not at all a dig towards Ukraine, because obviously I know that times must be horrific at the moment for them. But the problem was that not me, but made some people around here annoyed was the fact that they put the Ukraine flag up. And I says the reason they put the Ukraine flag up is because there's a war going on and it's to show support. It's not to say what, and I'll say this because it wasn't what I said, it was what somebody said to me in a bar. And they said, yes, but that just means like open the floodgates then, doesn't it? And I says, but the thing is, my biggest thing was coming out of the EU was one of the worst things that this country ever did.
Yeah.
Right? I strongly stand by that. And
Agree.
as for Farage can do one. Like you are with Donald Trump, I'm like that with Farage. I don't want reform involved in my country. I think that we should have stayed in the EU. We should have kept trade deals. The food prices would never have gone off the charts like they've done, right? But there wouldn't have been that because we'd have still had EU trade. We would have had all of these people that people are going like, oh, don't send them back, and all. Right, you know who's actually cleared off, right? Not the ones that they're actually moaning about. It's all of your EU people, all of your doctors, your high-end doctors. They've all gone. All of these people in manufacturing, all these people that actually had proper jobs that we needed, right? What, to be taken by John who sits outside drinking John Smiths every day? Come on, grow up. You know what I mean? It's got to that level. And if we're not careful, if reform come in, that's the standard that we're going to go towards in this country. And I don't stand for that. I think that we need a proper party like the Conservatives or like Labour Either of the two will do. They do have knowledge about what this country is about, and therefore we will be all right. But we have to let them crack on. By disrupting it with people that are coming in with this far right view is not going to solve any problems within this country. I'm telling you. Rant over.
I think the biggest problem, and the thing that I can't get my head around, is the Farage and Johnson went round in a bus painted on the side of it. You know, let's come out to Europe and we'll be injecting how many millions a week into the national service.
Oh, it's total bollocks.
They sold a lot of people in this country a lie. And now, you know, everybody knows it's a lie. Everybody knows now it was a lie. But why are people supporting a party headed by him who sold the country a lie? It's beyond me. The people are so. I've got a short-term memory.
Well, I mean, we're at 45 minutes, so we'll have a break in a minute. But what's the options though? There's the point. Nobody's giving a viable option, and it's like we opened the pod with Burnham, and you know, being blocked by Labour. Keir Starmer's blocked him standing in the election because he knows that he'll fuck him over, and he'll end up being the leader. And you know, but where's the viable option? The Tories, I mean, I wouldn't vote Tory if you fucking paid me £1 million to vote Tory. I wouldn't vote for the cunts. Labour's pretty much the same. They're not great. And then you've got Reform, who are their spiel relates to a lot of people in the UK, and a lot of the youngsters are going that way as well now. That they, you know, it's a lot of it is built on immigration and how many people, immigrants are coming into the country. And I'm with you, Joe, on the fact that, you know, we've done it on. We got some haters on it actually when I said that we need good immigration, not bad immigration. And that's, you know, it's tough. But the thing is, kids are coming up now, and us, and it's like when you go to that ballot box when there's an election, where's the options? I mean, you've got divs like my missus who think Green are going to save the world, but if you put the Green Party in charge of this country, we're fucked. And I will, you know, we'll plant loads of trees, but we're fucked. That, you know, there's not that we're not going to, you know, and just going back to the whole, you know, the demonstrations and, you know, the far right and this, that, and the other. A lot of the stuff with the far right and the, you know, the far right and the far left will never work. They just can't lead in a good way ever. You've got to have something in the middle where
you've got to have balance.
And there's none at the moment. There's just literally no balance at all.
Yeah, because the problem is that we've got America that are now far right. We've got Britain that is far left, right? And it's the only time I can think of this to really happen, where especially we've got loads of social media now, which is obviously... We get a lot of American traffic on this, all right? We also get a lot of British traffic in other countries. But the thing is that you're now starting to, and I'm seeing it as well on social media, you're getting two different total arguments now. And it's going to end up bad because you can't link that. You need that central part of it. That's what you're trying to say for us, isn't it?
Yeah. You've got to have something that's a bit balanced. But I mean, the only thing I would disagree with you on there is I don't think that Britain is far left. I don't think it is. I think we're fucking confused. I think that's what we are.
We're going that way, though.
Well, it's like I said though. You've got the right who have got a big voice, and you've got the woke left that have got a big voice, and they're kind of battling each other, and nobody really knows where to go. And the trouble is, like, you know, yeah, we haven't got that voice of reason because nobody trusts the Tories. Nobody trusts Labour, and they're your two centrals. The Lib Dems died with Clegg, didn't they, years ago? Yeah, so it's like, and I mean, you've got these like branches like Corbyn's start. Is it called Your Party or something? They've started that. That's a load of bollocks. That's just turned out. I mean, he was bullying that girl in it once she claimed he was bullying her. So there was far more infights in that party than we're ever going to be able to do anything. Labour Party are blocking other valid candidates for the Prime Minister position who could potentially come in and get Labour back in. I mean, if Labour could become viable again, then, you know, crack on. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's a bit of a mess. But I always think that I know this is going to sound terrible, but the people that work hard and just crack on and ignore the bullshit and the noise that goes on around them, because all politics is a big bubble of shit, in my opinion. The people who crack on, work hard, carry on with their lives, the cream rises to the top at the end of the day. So I think we'll be all right, but there's a lot of unrest. A lot of unrest. Right, let's have a quick break and then we can come back with. We always tend to have quite a heavy, deep first half, don't we? And then we'll have Charlie's bits in that lighten it up completely in the second half.
Yeah.
See if you can sort your sound out and all, you prick.
Okay, we'll do, pricks. Okay.
See you in a minute. Welcome back to the Funnyfarm Pod, ladies and gentlemen. You can see there Joe's deep-throating a banana. And we've got Charlie. Over to you, Charlie, for the features of the week.
We're not doing the features yet. I've sussed out my mic. My microphone's working.
We can actually fucking hear you. But we've done. This is episode 12, mate, and it's taken you this fucking long. We've been 2 months now. Over 2 months.
Yeah, well, there's a little drop down in the studio that takes it away from the inbuilt mic on the laptop or the computer and actually puts it on this fancy mic. I've lost my fluffy end. Anyway, I still haven't found my fluffy end that I lost 2 weeks ago. Got to say, the kids are probably fucking using it.
You know, got Charlie deep-throating his mic.
Well, what are you saying, Joe?
It's a pop shield.
If you get an SM58, you don't need it, do you? Because it's got an inbuilt pop filter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, listen to you two pair of
Mate,
fucking geeks.
You know now you won't need to put your hand up to be heard, because half the time me and him are just chatting away. You're in the background like this.
Yeah. It's true.
We just can't hear you.
Well, you can hear me now, can't you? I tell you what, built-in microphones on Apple products are obviously shite, aren't they?
I don't like Apple Macs in general, but that's just my preference.
I
have been told that if you get used to it, it's a lot better than like my Windows one. But yeah.
Anyway, yes, so my mic's working now. So should we do some?
What a shit start! That's a minute and 45 of utter bollocks there, isn't it? We should go back to talking about Rosie Jones, shouldn't we?
Oh, do you want to talk about Trump? Now let's get no.
What's he done this week?
Right. Well, Greenland.
Joe's sphincter just went from that to that. I want to go to America. I want to live in America. I want to live in America.
La 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 la, America. Anyway, he did a big, massive U-turn on Greenland, didn't he? After writing the fucking Danish president a letter saying that because you haven't given me the fucking the peace prize, the Nobel Peace Prize, you can all fuck off and go and take Greenland. Basically, he did. Basically, he said, "I'm obviously not a peaceful guy, so fuck you. So go and take Greenland." And then he did this massive U-turn after Mark Rutte, who's the head of NATO, had a word with him. And I reckon Mark Rutte has basically turned around and said, "Listen, Trumpy, old fucking orange head."
Trumpy.
Yeah, the USA are the only fucking country who've got videos of you. I've got Epstein videos of you. We've got them as well, you prick. And I reckon he's done a massive U-turn. There's got to be other countries out there with videos of Epstein files. It's surely not just the Americans. Surely not.
I don't know. On a serious note, like we're a mental health awareness pod, do you think Donald's all right?
He's a psycho.
Yeah, I love it.
Psycho.
I do. As a person, I think he's great. I think the thing is that like
As a person,
media
he's great.
hypes. Yeah, he is, isn't he? I mean, like he's done well
This
for
is just
himself.
you pitching for a visa. It's not like you don't mean that. Surely you really don't mean that. The he's not all right in the head, is he?
What's
But
Keir Starmer doing?
what's happened? Let me finish off what's happened this week. Right. That,
I want to live in America. I want to live in America.
from that, he then slates all the fucking NATO troops in Afghanistan, saying NATO's a load of shite. They wouldn't come to help us anyway. The only fucking country in NATO's history who was invoked Clause 5 are America. So we all went to their aid in Afghanistan. We all went to their aid. You know, and if you're looking, you know, how many troops were killed, he basically said all the NATO troops, they never went on the front line.
I tell you what, it's so nice to hear you.
I'm amazed.
I just want to carry on chatting, and you can still
do you guys on your side? Because I've got like me, Charlie, Joe, and it tells me how loud, like when someone's speaking, and you've got the green, it goes up to yellow if you go too loud. Well, Charlie's never got past the first two little green bits before, and it's lovely.
Really?
Yeah, it's lovely.
Really? All right, okay. Well, anyway, so like he's basically insulted 475 families in the UK alone who all lost fucking, you know, relatives, sons, you know, or daughters, whatever in Afghanistan.
Wow.
He fucking insulted everyone. What an absolute prick he is.
Joe loves him.
Joe loves him. And then from that, there's been another shooting by his fucking ICE agents as well, and he's basically turned around and said, "Oh yeah, he had a gun on him," and the fucking the spin on it again has been ridiculous. But his favourite cup of tea. This is all serious shit, guys. Shouldn't be taking the piss over this now. Joe's with his banana.
No, it is serious. It is serious. And when I said like I am being serious because I care about people's mental health issues, and I think that Donald's got fucking loads of them, and I think
he's got to have, hasn't he? He's got to.
There needs to be like, how old's Donald as well? Because I really think like they had Joe Biden, didn't they, before, and he was like past it. I think the Americans in general are just like they're just on a different planet. They're just in a different world to us, aren't they?
I think they're
it's that far different, really. I mean, I've been to America a lot of times, and
I have.
And I think to myself, you know, over there, like it's just, I just love the energy, the enthusiasm. Like you couldn't do it here. Like, you know, when you get a gig, I've said it before, but like I'm just going on the province of like I did a gig over there and stuff, and well, I did a few, but it's like the crowds over there compared to here, it's just unbelievable, the difference. But the thing is, they're not that different to us. They like the same music as us. We've got quite the same culture. Really.
That's what we all thought we were going to go and see Daniel Bedingfield.
No, yeah, I mean, I get it, I do, but some of this, I don't know. I just think that some of the stuff that Trump does on a day-to-day basis, it's just surely. I mean, I know you want to go to America, and I know you don't.
It all on Donald Trump, Chris.
But it's him. He's the figure. He's the figurehead, isn't he? He's the president,
he's
mate.
The commander in chief.
And he, you know, he obviously with his business history and stuff like that, you know, he's quite clearly a bit psychopathic, and you know, it's definitely there. I know you want to go to America and stuff, but you can't, like, he's writing a letter to somebody. I didn't get the peace prize, so I'm going to invade Greenland. And I know that's a basic way of putting it. It's not the full thing, but he's not right, is he?
But he's surrounded himself with
silence.
he's surrounded himself with
no
people.
comment. No comment. No
Anyway,
comment. Anyway, hey, fucking hell.
I'll do it again.
Is that what it is?
Right. Well, we're on to messages from the herd. Messages from the herd. You know what? We've got our super fan Kev. Our super fan Kev never lets us down. We haven't had any emails. So email us. Hello, a Funnyfarm Pod.co.uk. Come on, send us an email, please.
Jesus Christ, can you fucking turn your mic off again?
Anyway, Kev's first comment of the week that tickled me was it was
I'm just visioning somebody emailing in now, like, yeah, hi, I've got a question for Charlie. Can you turn that mic off, please?
You're too fucking loud.
you pair of pricks. Right.
We love you, Charlie.
The Chuckle Brothers there. Right. Oh,
to me!
I think it was me and Joe last week just talking about, why can't people get on? Why can't people get on in the world? Let's all be happy. And Kev called us hippies.
He did, yeah, I saw that, yeah.
Anyway, your rant about your Pepsi, and we put it down to inflation. Kev's basically written us an essay, so you have to bear with me on this one. So this is Kev on inflation. I've taken up shoplifting as a new hobby. I only do it in the big chain groups and only in ones that I can afford to be banned from. It's an ideal hobby because it pays for itself and you can do it anywhere in the country. You're never far from an official shoplifting centre or supermarket, as some people call them. Obviously steer clear of the booze and the cheese because they watch those like hawks and have them rigged up to all sorts of security devices. He's really thought about this, Kevin has. I keep it low key so that even when I get caught, I'll probably be able to blag it and say I did it by accident. I mean, who would nick a carrot? Who would nick a carrot on purpose? Me, I would. But sometimes I'll challenge myself and get a jumbo Toblerone or something. Tin of red salmon, whatever. And he goes on. I'll either stop the first time I get properly caught and phone the fuzz, or I might take it further and go professional. Haven't decided yet. Do you want me to carry on? It does go on with. Definitely want to do something big when I'm old, and it doesn't matter. But if there's a line between then and when I'm too old to do it, if I live to be 80 and still mobile, then I'm fucking going for it. I'll be filling my baggy slacks with all sorts of nonsense and shuffling out the shop. If I get caught, I'll just keep pretending that I think they're my children and I was just getting a snack before watching EastEnders. I think Kevin's been on something when he wrote this. Either that or become an international drug smuggler. Prices are obscene at the moment. Every week something has gone up by a lot. Remember when a tin of tuna was a cheap option? Now it's just a slightly less expensive option. What are truly awful, though, is the massive profits that people like Tesco's are reporting. Like, it's okay to rob people blind for billions, but woe betide you get caught stealing food. Then you get beaten up and your arrest put on YouTube. Thanks, Kev.
So this is like Kev. I probably zoned out a little bit there, to be honest with you. But
Yeah.
so Kev previously said that we should be allowed to drink and drive, and now he's saying we should be able to shoplift.
Yeah, and do international drug smuggling.
Yeah.
I've changed my mind. Kev, MP.
Hey, to be fair, we could do with one like him in this country, couldn't we? We've got Trump in America who's a bit like that.
Yeah, I was going to say he's probably a little bit Trumpy in there, isn't he, Kevin, his ways? But he'll actually slaughter us for saying that.
Yeah, probably.
He thought we were Trump supporters. He wasn't happy.
No, we aren't. We definitely aren't Trump supporters. Kev keeps us going with the herd. I think we've got to thank him for keeping us.
Yeah, Kev, just to let you know, everything that went off 10 minutes ago. Yeah, don't I'm having to keep myself reserved for the camera.
And Joe has said, because you are such a good super fan, you can have some free tickets to his next gig.
Yeah,
It's usually
it's in
free
America.
entry anyway, isn't it? Stanton Cask. Yeah, you got VIP. Your name's on list, lad.
It's in Texas, in America. You'll be fine, Kev.
It's in a Texaco garage. Yeah. Yeah,
Right.
What I am really looking forward to is when they eventually, quite rightly, fuck Trump off as president of the USA. I'm looking forward to Joe's real opinions coming out. No comment.
You know what's going on? You know what's going to happen there anyway, because he's got 3 years left in power, hasn't he? So 3 years.
Yeah, but they're trying to extend it, aren't they?
Yeah, he'll stay in power. He won't go.
Yeah, because he's trying to be the first president ever, isn't he?
Because of what's been going on in Minnesota and the shootings and all that. Obama and Clinton have basically turned around to the American people today and say, stand up. You need to stand up for what's going on, you know. Mm-hmm. So I think things are going to start getting a little bit, I don't know what's going to happen in America. You know, I think it's going to get a little bit tricky, isn't it? I don't think anybody will be going there soon.
I will say though, like these chats that we have on a Monday morning, I had a really bad day yesterday with my depression. I was like, Jane just wouldn't stop going, "Are you all right? Are you all right?" And I was just not all right. I was just dead quiet, and I was dead pissed off and down, and I don't even know why. And I think that's the general kind of consensus with many people who suffer depression, is that you don't really know why you're feeling shit. But like within 5 minutes of chatting to you guys on here today, I feel good again. It's ever so strange. I think it's that Sunday. Even though I don't really have a weekend, though. It's like, I don't know about you. I mean, Joe works all weekend at the bar. I don't know what, I mean, you've got obviously kids and stuff, Charlie, that are young. But I don't really have a weekend. I just carry on doing what I normally do. And so I don't know what it is. But it's good, this. And, you know, I know look, our opinions are our opinions. And I will put that out, caveat that and disclaim that. Now that, you know, my opinions don't represent what Charlie and Joe think, and vice versa. And we you know, a lot of the stuff that we say and a lot of the stuff that I say is for comic effect and, you know, to be a bit controversial in the world. But, you know, a lot of the stuff I do believe as well. I'm not a Trump fan. I don't like the guy, and I don't think he should be president. I don't think he should be president of anything. I don't think he should be president of the fucking Alaskan fucking swinging society, let alone the fucking USA. But yeah, you know, but this does having these conversations and like being a bit open about how you feel, it does help. And you know, anyone out there feeling down, depressed, anxious, whatever, please reach out, write to us, talk to us, come on the pod if you want to.
I can't believe you brought up the Alaska swinging party there.
Sorry, mate. I enjoyed it when I was out there last. It was really good time.
That's my membership cancelled.
They just asked Joe for ID.
Where do you think I keep accumulating all this collection of jackets for? Helen, dear. We got another one.
I've just seen a couple leaving.
Yeah. You always see people walking past your back window.
Why has he got a gimp mask on? Oh, that's not Joe's dad.
Do you know, if I saw my dad walk past that window in a gimp suit, I will definitely tell you what I think about Donald Trump.
Right, I'm off up that shop in a minute, mate. Right, what else we got, Charlie? We're just chatting shit today, aren't we? It's good.
Yeah, we always do, you know. That's what it's all about, isn't it? But yeah, I mean, getting back, I had a bad weekend last weekend with mental health. I mean, I spoke to you, Chris, didn't I? About it. And like, you know, and just this pod, you know, and I had a great week last week, you know, and this pod set me up for the week, you know, it did, and that's what it's all about. Sorry, I'm
He's looking for the for Gary.
Oh yeah.
Gary
Oh,
Barlow. Gary, if you are out there and you do think that this jingle
welcome
is good,
to the Funny Farm. Oh, sorry. Go on.
Every time. Every week that happens, and that's louder than anything.
I know that is loud, mate. That is proper loud. I was just saying to Gary, if you do want to take the jingle on, we're happy to take some cash for that, and you can put it on your next Take Twat album.
And you live round the corner, Gary, apparently. So yeah, give us a shout. Here we go. Welcome to the Funny Farm. The lads are back, causing harm, talking shite but full of charm. It's the Funny Farm Showdown.
Yay!
Is that what it says?
Welcome to the Funny Farm Showdown.
Let's get ready to rumble!
And today's topic: are animals most likely to be a nightmare neighbor?
Whose turn is it to go first? It's mine.
Me. It's a red ant or a wasp.
You always go for wasps.
It's me that went for wasps last time. I did B, didn't I, last week? I won with B, didn't I?
Something that hurts you. Like, innit? Because the thing is, you can't tell it off, so it's got to be like a venomous snake or something venomous.
Could be something noisy.
I was going to go noisy, but you've ruined it now, Charlie, because you've given him the heads up.
He might go for a different creature.
He might do.
I have, actually. I've decided totally against it. And I'm going to go for a tortoise.
Go on, Joe.
Go on, mate. I want the rationale on
this. They live forever, don't they? Right. So, we had a tortoise, and I think it had 3 owners before us.
Oh, that's okay.
It's now gone to a different owner because, to be quite honest with you, I just found it the most boring animal I'd ever owned in my life. So I said to Will, my brother, I went, "Do you want it?" So he took it. I don't quite know where Levi the tortoise is called. I don't know where Levi is now. I think it's gone to my dad's missus's daughter, I think. I'm not sure, but anyway, he's still alive, but he's got to be over 100 years old, this tortoise. So my argument is that if you've got somebody that's living next door, that's just going to outlive you, you're never getting rid of them. Now, if you got on with them, fantastic. But if you don't, they're never leaving. Right? They're never leaving. So it's just going to make your life hell, isn't it? The only way to get out of it is if you leave, I suppose. So kind of contradicted what I was on about. But yeah.
That sounds very much like Joe logic. In the Swainiverse. Yeah. You'll catch up with the Swainiverse soon, listeners, viewers. You'll soon catch up with the Swainiverse.
You'll be in it. Me and who's that lad? Dave, wasn't it?
Dave,
Me and Dave were working on something amazing. Just needing a video on board, Apple and the rest of them.
Check it out, guys. That episode is out right now. We've got the guest episode, AI special, with Dave Cox. You'll find that on YouTube. So yeah, I'm going for cows.
Why?
Yeah. Oh, I know why. I'm not going to spoil your thunder here.
They're just really noisy and shit a lot, don't they? It's going to stink, isn't it? That place.
They're bad for the ozone layer.
They're bad for the ozone.
Farts all the time. Methane.
But yeah, I mean, every time even when Charlie's mic wasn't working, that moo used to give me a bit of a fucking shudder, you know what I mean? So, yeah, they're just dead noisy. You're never going to get any sleep, and they're going to shit all over the place, aren't they? And they can't bend their knees either, so you're constantly going to be having to go round and helping them down the stairs.
Yeah. What time
Bad
is it
neighbour.
anyway?
Hey?
What time is it?
22.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so we're all right for a little while. Yeah. So I've gone for cows.
I'm going to have to go with cows. I think tortoises are a nonsense, a total nonsense answer. To be honest with you. I've just been transparent with you, mate. I don't even think you've thought about that properly. And you know...
I don't thought about it properly. I had 5 seconds to think.
You know the time and effort I put into these features, week in, week out, and you come out with that shite.
He's found his voice, hasn't he, today?
Why don't you tell us what it is off cam, right, on Friday? Give us a whole weekend to think of it, and then we might have some realistic answer.
I quite like it this way, I do.
That's not the game.
Like proper plan, like everything.
That's not the game. That's
Do you
not
know
the game.
The funniest bit about it was actually when Charlie didn't just judge it and he actually came up with a suggestion himself, because he did have a fucking week to think about it and he never won, did he? The only time he won was when you weren't on the pod and I got Slinky to vote and he prefers lamb to whatever lemmings. He wouldn't have known what a lemming was, so when I said lamb, he went, oh, and that got Charlie the win. Yeah. Pick of the week. What's
pick of the week's obvious this week, is this my mic?
Your microphone, but it's kind of redeemed itself now, mate. I think wokeism has got a. I think pick of the week could be wokeism. I think we'd all agree on that one.
Or Joe's shitty answer to fucking Animal Showdown.
or his dad and his gimp mask. Or Joe's constant no comment to anything we say about Trump. He doesn't even say no comment, just in case no comment is incriminating. He just sits there.
I think I'll have to go to wokeism, wasn't it?
We're going for wokeism.
Yeah.
I agree. Good stuff. Pig of the week, wokeism. Right, we're doing another record, people. So we've got another guest on today who is Joe's pal Brad. So we're going to go and record that. That'll be available for you not long after this one. This will come out on Wednesday the 28th. So this will probably be the week after, so probably the Monday. So that will be, I don't know what date it is, sometime in February. That episode will be out. You've got the Dave episode, Dave Cox AI special episode out. Please watch the Chester special as well. That's great. Some really good editing, camera ability by Mr. Swain himself. No mention of Donald Trump, I don't think, in that episode either. So that's quite good. And you can see Charlie's immense parking attendant ability. He's done an online on that special. I think he was actually job interviewing for every car park in the UK to have him as their attendant. And yeah, so please write to us, hello@funnyfarmpod.co.uk. Check out our Patreon. We will have some more exclusive footage on there. There's already 5 episodes on there that are exclusive to Patreon only fans, which is Patreon. Say again.
They won't accept Joe's ID.
That is. Oh, I just saw the gimp. The gimp just went past. The gimp just went past. The gimp has entered the building. And that is patreon.com/funnyfarmpod. Get us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. And it's a goodbye from me. Anything from you guys before we complete this episode?
Please message us. Send us a message, even just to call me a twat. Just send us a message, please. We need some input from you guys, so send us something, anything at all. Thanks.
Joe?
Yep. Nothing. See you later.
Donald Trump is a shit ass. See you next time.
See you guys.